Hello and welcome to another episode of WMT Reviews. I am Wiseman Tanofsky, and today we are taking a look at the next figure in the Kai Play Arts series, Poison Ivy from Arkham City / Asylum. It actually says City on the box, but she only plays a very minor role in Arkham City. Fluff of the character out of the way. Her real name's Pamela Isley. She was a botanist who was, effectively poisoned, and it completely mutated her DNA, and she became this plant lady with toxic kisses and mind-controlling pheromones, all sorts of stuff like that, becoming the mutated eco-terrorist that she is today. She's one of Batman's more awkward enemies, because Batman's out to save the world as well, but the difference is Poison Ivy sees humanity as, well, fair game, really. And here you have an absolutely fantastic figure of one of her best interpretations. It's just fantastic. I'm going to take her off her base for a bit so I can move her about a bit. We'll have a look at the base in a minute. You see, you've got her hair here that goes all the way back like it does in the game. She's wearing her really rather fabulous open Arkham City shirt. It says Arkham City on the back there with the logo, so it is an Arkham City figure. And she's not wearing a hell of a lot else. She's wearing some Adam and Eve conveniently placed leaves to cover up certain bits that they don't want the kiddies to see. And it's just a fantastic figure. It really is. Now, one thing I do like about this figure is the fact that one of her key problems has already been anticipated by the developers, in that she has teeny tiny feet that, really do struggle to hold her up on her own. I mean, she's doing very well at the moment because she's showing me up. But they've supplied her with this very leafy base with a great big flower on this side, and you had to assemble this, which I did rather enjoy. And you've got these lovely vines that curl up around her leg while she's posed on the base. It's a really nice detail. It's got a little slot in here that just perfectly fits her foot. You slide her leg down to get it in between the vines. And just like that, you've got some added stability for the figure. Now, the posability is much the same as the rest of the Kai Play Arts series. Ball joint just below the head. She's got Harley Quinn shoulders, unfortunately. Got to be said right off the bat. She has got the joint under her boobies that Bane has. Also got ball joints galore in the elbow, the wrist. She's got nice joints in her hips, 2 joints in the knee, and a ball joint at the heel. Now, she is supplied with 2 versions of hands. She has her normal sort of flailed hand, and she's also supplied with these impossibly bent fingers, which I suppose are, to represent, well, it helps to have the vines flowing off them that she's also supplied with. I tend to have just one of these attached and the other one being just a normal hand. Now, Poison Ivy is also supplied with 2 of these vine whips, which I think were just a fantastic addition to the figure. Now, the best thing about these vines is this. They've got wires in them that vaguely hold them in all sorts of exotic poses, and you can get all sorts of poses out of them. It's brilliant. And the thing that I really do like about them is the fact they don't peg in, and she doesn't hold them. You see here, the vine actually curls around her wrist, and that holds it in place. No messy pegs. She's not gripping them in fists or anything. They are curled around her arms, and that just looks fantastic. This is probably one of the most aesthetically pleasing of the series. She's got the base, it's all curled up around her, and it just makes her look part of the wildlife, which is perfect for Poison Ivy, because it's exactly the image that you want. And as such, she is possibly one of the best figures in the series. You know, because of the sheer posability you can get out of her thanks to this little base that they've taken the time to include. She also does come with one of those annoying pinchy bases, but I've elected to lose that. And apart from her hideously obvious shoulder joints, there's not a tremendous else wrong with her. So, on the Orsometer, you know, she doesn't have posability issues, she doesn't have pointless accessories, she doesn't fall apart while you're not looking, and she looks fantastic. I mean, just look at this figure. I just realised she looks even better from this angle. Look at that! You can pose her any way you like, and she steals the show on the shelf. I'm going to go right out there on this one, and I'm giving the girl an 8 on the Orsometer. This is a fantastic figure, and it earns itself an 8. This is a must-have, people. If you can get hold of this figure, do it, because you will not regret it. You won't regret it for a moment. I've been Wiseman Tanofsky. This was WMT Reviews of the fantastic Kai Play Arts Arkham City Poison Ivy. Fantastic. I'll see you next time.